Peace and hair grease, Salbana. Happy New Year. Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back. So happy to see you. So glad to see you. And of course, this is my pleasure and total honor to read for you. My name is Keisha. This is Keisha Tarot. You can also find me on YouTube at Keisha Tarot. That's KESHATAROT. Okay, and I'm reading for Scorpio today. Okay. So we're going to get right into it. Mother, Father, Sun, Moon. Righteous spirits, ascended masters, divine angels, positive frequencies, holy tribe, moral vibe. Show me the cards that I need to see to put forth a clear and concise message for my Scorpion folks, my Scorpion viewers and cross watchers, okay? Please protect me from all seen and unseen negative energy that would seek to deter the message. Please return to sender a trillionfold anyone that's sending me negative energy. As above, so below. As within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. Ashe, abracadabra, amen. So mote it be. This message is for Scorpio, okay? This message is for Scorpio. Did I do this? I don't feel like I did. Okay? So I'm going to do it again. Scorpio. Okay, what is the Scorpio dealing with, Spirit? What's going on with the Scorpio? Scorpio. Scorpio. Only Scorpio. Messages only for Scorpio. Only for Scorpio. Scorpio Center. What's going on with the Scorpio, Spirit? Okay, you got judgment, getting crumbs, procrastinate, walking away, everyone leaves, tolerating abuse, addiction, and changing them. Okay? Scorpio. Detachment under the deck. You have indecision in reverse, patience in reverse, restlessness upright, fulfillment upright, isolation upright, lust upright, acquisition upright. Okay? Eat the meat, spit out the bones. Going in with tarot. Okay. Okay. You We got King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, Nine of Wands, Four of Swords, Ace of Cups. Underneath the deck, 10 of Wands. We're going to go in with some more tarot. Tarot. What the hell? I think that went that way. Sideways. Okay. How you doing? How you doing, Scorpio? Hopefully you're doing well. Mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, psychologically, financially, holistically, globally, and otherwise. Okay? Okay. So, fourth row, you got the Hanged Man upright, Temperance upright, Eight of Wands upright, Knight of Wands upright, Hierophant upright, Five of Wands upright, Ace of Swords upright, Knight of Cups upright. Okay? So, let's get started. One second. Okay, got it. Okay. I have to make sense of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are books, okay? When I'm reading y'all stories, this is like a storyline. You can't see, look at this. Can you see all of that? Okay, you see all of this that I'm reading? Maybe that's a better, is that a better angle? Okay, so I have to read this book and put these chapters together to make it make sense first, and you know, that can take a minute sometime. So underlying energy, Scorpio. Okay, underlying energy. Okay, so first of all, you got the Hanged Man. Okay, that's a major arcana. Okay, you have had a light bulb moment. Okay, you have been placed in a period of waiting or in a holding pattern, and this placement has allowed you to look at a situation differently. You see that ring of light that's around the person's head. It's around your head. This waiting pattern has caused you to see a situation differently, okay? A way that you had not seen it before, okay? And what you see is that you were carrying a heavy burden, 10 of Wands, a lot of responsibilities, a heavy burden, all by yourself, okay? And you were getting judged, judgment card, getting judged for how you were carrying that load, okay? And you decided, this is essentially the energy of Six of Sword, although I don't see it out here anywhere else. You decided to detach. You see that boat? Okay. So because the head is here, I feel like you detached first emotionally, mentally, maybe. right? Psychologically, you detach. You detached from a situation where you were being judged for how you handled a heavy load, okay? And Six of Swords is right up underneath this Ten of Wands, okay? Which, like I said, is this card gives the same energy as Six of Swords because it has that boat leaving. So, and it's a 2 at the top, and 2 became 1. So you detached, okay? Underneath this card, drama. You detached from some drama. You detach from, then you have versatility, from being adaptable, okay, to a burdensome situation, okay. You Six of Sworded it, okay, because you had some time to think about it from a different perspective. I always say that if you are going through a situation and you can't come up with a solution, just step back and look at it differently. When you look at it differently, you'll create the environment for other solutions or things that you hadn't thought of. So look at it out of the box. But you detach because you were just tired of being judged for how you were dealing with it, and you were tired of settling, okay? You were tired of getting crumbs, okay? You were being breadcrumbed, okay? You knew that you deserved more, okay? Whoever you were with was not giving you affection, okay? You were feeling like a lonely stepchild. That just came to mind. Feeling abandoned, feeling stranded, feeling unloved, okay? And you want to be loved. You want to be loved, and you did not feel like you were getting that. So you detached, okay? And initially you were indecisive, but you are no longer indecisive. Indecision in reverse. You're no longer indecisive, okay? You're no longer of two minds about the matter, okay? You're of one mind about the matter, okay? You're no longer in your head about the matter. You're standing in your power. King of Cups upright. That is you. You're standing in your power, and you are healing. You're doing the work. Okay, that hasn't come out. That hasn't come out. A lot of readings before you, people I've had to encourage to do the work, and I haven't seen the Temperance card a lot. Okay, maybe one other time. So kudos to you, Scorpio, for doing the work. Okay, that's the only thing that's going to change your situation. Is if you want to change the outside, go within, do the work. Okay, now. Someone had you waiting, okay? Someone had you waiting. You can see here in this card, getting crumbs, this person is waiting on the docks, okay? Someone had you waiting, okay? It says, don't make someone wait around too long. They may give up on you. Someone had you waiting, and you became despondent, but you also, patience in reverse. You ran out of patience. You got tired of waiting. And what that waiting did was it allowed you to see things in a different way, a way that you had not seen them before, okay? And you made the decision. This is Queen of Pentacles here, and I think that this is not necessarily a person. I think it's an energy. You made a decision. You can see that she is on the water, and she's moving. Okay, she got some snakes underneath her feet, but it looks like she's moving quickly, okay? You made the decision to move on, okay? Also, you have Eight of Wands, which also denotes movement. You made a decision after someone made you wait, after someone procrastinated with you, after someone breadcrumbed you, okay? I just heard nobody puts baby in the corner. You made a decision to move on, and not just move on, but move on quickly. Eight of Wands is fast moving. This person with these snake, and then you see how the water is looking frantic, okay? You moved on quickly. You got tired of waiting. You got tired of being breadcrumbed. And what's in the next row? Walking away. You walked away quickly, okay? Walk away. Yeah, you became restless. Okay, restless. And then at the top of that card is 1. Okay, you went from 2, detachment, to 1, restless, walking away. Okay, that puts you in your head. 9 of Swords, that put you in your head. It had you up at night a bit. Okay, you weren't sure if you made the correct decision. Okay, but you didn't feel loved. You didn't feel adored. You didn't feel desired. You didn't feel respected. You didn't feel appreciated. You felt judged. Okay, you felt burdened. You felt like you were getting breadcrumbs. You felt lonely. You felt despondent. Okay, you didn't like it, so you left. You might have went back and forth. Knight of Wands. You might have come back and then left again due to being unsure. You might have. You might not have. Okay, but essentially, you dealt with a lot of abuse. Okay, you dealt with a lot of abuse. That breadcrumbing. You dealt with a lot of isolation. It shows it here. That person sitting by themselves in the dark. You dealt with a lot of isolation. Okay? You would try to give your love to this person, and they were over it. They were so like exhausted with you. They were exhausted with you. Okay? They didn't want your love. Okay? They argued with you. Okay? They made you like apprehensive. They made you apprehensive about fulfillment with them. Okay? Ultimately, breaking your heart and causing a divorce or a separation. Everyone leaves, Hierophant. Okay? And that's the truth. Right now, you all may not be speaking 4 of Swords, okay? And you're either addicted to them, they're addicted to you, or somebody's addicted to porn. Random, but that's what the cards say, okay? Also, you could have been addicted to changing them, okay? You thought you were going to change them. But trying to change someone never works. Accept them as they are or move on. But you were, the attempt to change them was just blowing up in your face. You see how that person is blowing up? Okay? So now you're at a place of wanting to acquire, acquisition, see the man and the woman, new love. Okay, Ace of Cups. So you are putting your hat in the game, so to speak. Page of Cups. You are sharing your cup with someone. You've moved on, okay? Detachment. You've moved on. And you've moved on quickly, because you have no more patience for someone that kept you up at night, someone that judged you, someone that breadcrumbed you, someone that was indecisive about you, someone that had you imbalanced, someone that broke your heart, someone that isolated you, someone that abused you, okay? Someone that would not speak to you, argue with you, okay? Give you the silent treatment, okay? You're done with it. You're done with it. You're no longer trying to change them. You're understanding this situation for what it is. You're dropping 10 of Wands. You're dropping that heavy load, because now, the Hangman, you see things differently, okay? You're judging the situation differently. You're healing, Temperance, and you're ready to give your cup of love to someone new. Good. Congratulations. Let's see what your advice is, Scorpio. This is a good, clear, smooth reading, Scorpio. You understand, you're a quick study. You're a quick study, Scorpio. That's good, okay? It's like you don't play about yourself. That's good, Scorpio. That's how you should be. Don't play about yourself, okay? So let's look and see what your advice is. And 20 minutes in. That was probably the quickest one yet. What is the advice for the Scorpio? What is the advice for the Scorpio? Advice for the Scorpio? Advice for the Scorpio? Advice for the Scorpio? Okay, I can't keep doing this. New moon in reverse. Not a new moon? What? I wonder if I should just read that up, right? Five, expansion. Okay. So not the new moon, so that'd be like the full moon? I don't know. Remain positive. It's wonderful. Okay. 5, expansion. Let me just start with this before I just... 5, expansion. Drawing this card indicates that this is a time for you to be made versatile, generous, and to expand your thinking. Also, do your best to honor a promise you might have made and forgotten. This is also a card of change. Within your associations or close relationships, you need some freedom, mentally and physically, to progress. Be mindful of your words when explaining to someone about needing some freedom. A bit of time to yourself. Perhaps there are a few issues you'd like to consider that need clear thinking. All life progresses through change and new ideas. By letting go of the old, the new can be realized. If you enjoy working within the public arena, this could be your opportunity to take a step forward. You do not necessarily have to be a rolling stone gathering no moss, but you do not need to be a procrastinator either. The number vibrates to pink, expressing power, life, and love. Wear pink in its various shades, and either in a garment or a scarf, a tie, or a pocket handkerchief when you need some help during this time. You also pulled remain positive and new moon in reverse, which would be like not a new moon. So opposite of new would be like full. So full moon. Okay, so I'm going to say 9, right? Yeah. I'm going to say that you're on the right road. You're healing. You're doing the work. And Spirit is calling you to expand the way you're thinking. And you already had the Hangman. So you're doing that. You're doing that. You are expanding the way you're thinking. Spirit is asking that you continue to expand. Okay? This is a card of change. You may have to change the people that you're around. You did pull the card of detachment. So I think that you're actively doing that. Okay? You have to change the people you're around and those associations and close relationships that you have in order for you to realize true freedom, both mentally and physically, okay? And I think that that has also come about based on the reading and heartbreak and the Hierophant card, okay? There could have been an ending of a relationship or a marriage, okay? And because you did pull Knight of Wands right after coming to terms with no longer wanting to pursue that relationship, you were up at night about it a bit, and you may have went back, like I said, once or twice, causing this person to think, maybe plant a seed of possibility. And so that is why it's addressing here that you need to be mindful of your words, because you will have to explain to someone why you have chosen freedom over being back with them, okay? Yeah, because you're letting go of the old so that you can realize the new. And yeah, and that's 5. That's expansion. And expansion, growth is difficult. Not all people receive that well, but apparently on the full moon, the next full moon, on the next full moon, you're going to take a significant step forward towards realizing that freedom and that detachment that you've already started. You're going to take a significant leap forward towards healing. On the next full moon, you're going to take a significant step towards expansion. This is a positive step, so remain positive, okay? You're going in the right direction, Scorpio. You are doing the work. So again, kudos to you, congratulations, and keep up the good work. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, okay? Thank you for coming back. It's always a pleasure and an honor. Love you. Bye.